Terri's brought the dinghy round, and with the chopper spotting for us, we've got a great chance of catching up to the crocodiles. And I'm one step closer to doing something I've always wanted to do. Share space with a crocodile, underwater, one-on-one. Here's my chance. She's coming up. Here it is. Yes, it's a female. It's an adult female. She'd be around about 10 feet. Cruise in, cruise in. She's onto us. She's diving down to the bottom to try and seek camouflage on the bottom. Here's my chance. Woo! It's about a 10-footer, maybe a little more. And she's not worried, she's just cruising along. Look at the way she's using her feet, just plodding along the bottom. It's like a dinosaur. It's just like being with a dinosaur underwater. She's using her transparent eyelids. She's got like goggles on, they can see through that protective eyelid. I'm getting in close, really close. She's not worried. She's very calm. Here she goes, she's up for a breath. Look at her little arms tucked in. You see her opening up her mouth? That's a sign, that's a demonstration. These are my teeth. Stay back or I will bite you. I'm gonna have to keep my distance. That's a body posture. She's warning me. Beautiful animal. She's heading slowly towards the river mouth. Using her tail, that big, powerful, rudder-like tail, those web-back feet enable her to just plod along. Wow, one-on-one. One-on-one with a dinosaur. Oh, she's opening her mouth up. She's showing me her teeth. But I've got Terri right there, keeping an eye on her. It's important that Terri keeps very vigilant and looks for any signs that she's going to have a go. But she's quiet. She's really quiet. In fact, she doesn't feel threatened by my presence at all. She feels that she's in command. Under she goes. She's got a breath. She's going to go back down to the bottom. This is amazing. She could just one flick of her tail and be 30 metres away from me, just in a flash, so quick that I wouldn't be able to get anywhere near her. She's using the dark, deep water and the rocks and the seaweed to blend, to camouflage. Oh, here we go. That's a threat. She's focused straight back on me. Mouth ajar, teeth. And that's a back off or I could bite. Look at her, see how she's got her eyes open? That's a transparent eyelid. She can stay under the water for nearly an hour. She's happy enough that she's kept me at bay. She's going for air. Woohoo! I can't believe this. She is not showing any signs of aggression whatsoever. She understands the power she's got. I'm no threat to her. She is in command, and I'm in her territory. She's heading back down towards the bottom, back into the weed. Oh, she's turned. Oh, strike! That was the ultimate warning. Now she's back arching. She's showing me how big her back is, and that's a threat. She could have bit me. She could have chomped down on me, no worries at all. But she decided, oh! That was too close, straight over my goggles. I'll have to get out. She rules.
This is the perfect opportunity to investigate the beaches and the mangroves. We saw plenty of crocs around here from the air, and we're hoping to catch up with them at ground level.
Here's where the beach meets the mangroves. This is a really hot spot for all species of wildlife, particularly crocodiles. It's like a halfway zone from the ocean into the estuaries. You can see all this young mangrove growth behind me. When the tide comes in, it's a haven for crocodiles just to sit in there and snap at all the fish. A huge number of fish and crustaceans spend the early parts of their lives in the twisted tangle of roots. There is so much prey of every size that mangroves make the perfect home for baby and juvenile crocodiles.
Mangroves are some of the most productive plant colonies on Earth. They generate an enormous number of life forms, and many of them, even hermit crabs, are a daily part of the diet for saltwater crocodiles. These tropical mangroves are full of crocs, but when we approach, their first instinct is to disappear. Unlike the open ocean, this is their home territory, and that makes it almost impossible to get close in a powerboat.
Sue's been in plenty of croc territory before, and she's on the lookout too. The sound of the outboard tells the crocodiles we're coming. And by the time we get there, they're gone. And there's only a slide to tell us where they've been and what they've been doing. This one's gone up over the bank, probably into an inland sunning position. So I'm going to sneak through the mangroves, through the foliage, and see if I can observe. And there he is. It's a real beauty. That mouth gaping is part of how they regulate their body temperature. They cool their brain by letting moisture evaporate from the mouth while warming the rest of their body in the heat of the sun. Like dogs pant, elephants flap their ears, crocodiles open their mouths to thermoregulate. They've got an awesome tooth structure, huge, great penetrating teeth, just like my fingers, designed to grab, hold and kill large food sources like big mammals. And check out those teeth. Crocodile's bite is awesome. One of the most powerful forces in the animal kingdom. They sink those teeth deep into their prey and then head shake, literally tearing it apart. And the jaw pressure, incredible, 3,000 pounds per square inch back in the jaws. At the tooth tips, whew, it'd be mind-blowing how much pressure they'd have. Have a look at this. He's starting to materialise. Snout, eyes, ears. One of the preferred hunting techniques is the strike. He's lining up. Whack! How's this? He's got a bird. Oh, he's going into a back arch. He's threatening other crocodiles. They take in a big breath of air and puff themselves up, exposing their back and all those big armour plates along their back, and they're showing, look how big I am, look how big I am. Check out the size of my back. And that's very intimidating. It's a threatening posture to other crocodiles or anything that they don't want in their territory.
When we see one of these giant reptiles emerge from the murky waters, we're looking at just how it was more than 200 million years ago. Their crocodilian ancestors had almost exactly the same shape, the same sort of armored skin, and you can easily believe the evidence they used to eat dinosaurs for breakfast. Small ones, but dinosaurs just the same. And if anything attacked them, they had to be mighty powerful just to break through the skin. Like all reptiles, the saltwater crocodile is an egg layer. And like sea turtles, they go into a trance during the laying process.
This female's finally starting to deposit her eggs. Once she's laid a few eggs, it's then that we'll be safe enough that we can move in a little closer. Because then she won't even be aware of our presence.
This is really incredible how the female saltwater crocodile goes into this trance-like state. Her whole entire reason for existing is to reproduce and lay these eggs. She's not even aware of our lights or our presence and won't be disturbed until she's done this all-important job of propagating her species.